Ladies and gentlemen, GRUBHUB has officially released account violations for their drivers. If you're one of the many drivers out there that is reading down this list and scratching your head and asking the question, what the hell? Then I got good news for you, because I probably have an answer for you. Anybody missing Matt Maloney yet? I got two disclaimers. The first one is, why did they release this in such vague detail? The first explanation of that is dedicated driver specialists and driver specialists are the people who initially does the investigations. GRUBHUB is consolidating. They're basically setting up an algorithm to do the investigating for the driver specialists, so they can cut back even more on the amount of driver specialists they have. And that's kind of the way things sounded. Legally, they could not come out and say, hey, we want things done A, B, and C. The promotion that they use when you go to sign up for this job is be your own boss, work when you want, you call the shots, make what you want. You know, when you're going around saying that and you come out with details that get super descriptive, liability issues and legal issues can come out of the woodwork. So they had to release it this vaguely, ladies and gentlemen. That's really important to understand. This is not an attack on GRUBHUB drivers. I hope and pray that GRUBHUB is still keeping a watchful eye over their good premier drivers, because in some cases, those people are going to be the most susceptible to this, if I said that word correctly. This is geared toward dirty cherry picking. For those who do not know what dirty cherry picking is, if you're running two apps at the same time and you take an order from both apps at the exact same time and you're trying to get that out, that is considered fraudulent behavior nowadays by all gig companies combined. If you're a complete vindictive asshole and you're the type of driver, which this is getting increasingly popular, that likes to pick up no tip offers and hang on to them for 10 to 20 minutes and then back out of them just to make the wait for the non-tipper even that much longer, this was handcrafted just for you. So that's what's going on. I have reached out to my source. This is what I believe is the thought process at GRUBHUB now. So let's go over that. The second one's going to make the world explode. I know it, but let's do this. Unassigned orders. Accepting an order or surrendering or refusing to complete the delivery, resulting in a delayed or canceled experience for the restaurant and the diner. Self-explanatory. Nobody's got a question about this one. This one isn't so vague. This one is pretty blunt, if you ask me. So you pick up the order and you say, F it, I'm out, peace. That's kind of always been the case. That's kind of common knowledge at this time. Here's the golden goose. Are you ready for it, people? Excessive cancellations. A significant number of your orders were canceled by either the restaurant or the diner. Now, how the hell are we responsible or in any control of that? Dirty cherry picking. It goes in line with number one. Both of these go together like peanut butter and jelly. So what they're not saying, but what they got in their mind, if you're that AO that picks up non-tip orders and you surrender them 20 minutes later just to be an asshole, a premier driver comes through and picks it up and goes to deliver it, but the order gets canceled, and it's because of you, you're getting toe tagged with it. From what I understand, that's what's going on here. Just as simple as that. I hope and pray to the GRUBHUB gods above that this isn't anything else other than that, because in the summertime when it gets crazy busy, as a premier driver, I had at least one cancellation a day. Just putting that out there. But what I understand, those two go together and are supposed to have been read together. It would have been better if they put them together. I think it would have been better. But yeah, that's what's going on. Frequent missed deliveries. The diner sees that their order has been delivered, but they cannot find their order. Now, folks, this one disturbs me a little bit, but I do understand it. But there are weird circumstances where I've delivered to an elderly person and their house just so happened to be brown, and the paper bag from Fazoli's was brown, and I laid it right to the left side of their door, and they walked straight out the door, straight past it, looked down in the yard, didn't see nothing, calling me up. Luckily, I took a picture of it, even though GRUBHUB doesn't require it, and I was able to help them find their food. But imagine if they didn't call me and they called GRUBHUB. So even on no contact offers, I like to sit the food down, knock on the door, walk back to my car, and wait for them to walk out and lock eyes with me, and then I point at the food. That's the way I roll. Slow ETA. A significant number of deliveries were excessively late compared to our estimates. This one has also got a lot of drivers tripping. All I can say is do your best. This has always kind of been a thing, especially since dirty cherry picking took off and become mainstream. The only thing I know to tell you is when I accept an order, I make every effort to immediately start driving in that order's direction and completing that order as fast and as efficient as I possibly can. I don't even turn on a second app, and like a lot of people will grab an Uber Eats, and 3 minutes before they're to the customer's destination, they'll go ahead and pick up a GRUBHUB. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. You want to be heading in the direction of the restaurant within seconds, 30 seconds to be precise, of accepting that offer. Just putting that out there. Do what you want with that information. Okay, here's another one. Diner adjustment. A high number of order adjustments have been requested by diners once again. How the hell do we have any control over that? According to what I understood, if you replace the word adjustments with the word refund, automatically it should start making a little bit more sense to you. I couldn't imagine if a customer called in to GRUBHUB wanting to add things to their order that would cause you to get kicked, because it would probably have me be kicked, because that's another thing that happened in the peak season of this business in the middle of the summer. Customers want to call in a restaurant, how do I add a coffee, how do I add a sweet tea, you name it. So I couldn't imagine any other adjustment but a refund would cause this to happen. Now, once again, this goes with this right here, like peanut butter and jelly. Point 1, point 2, and point 5 go together like peanut butter and jelly, and is geared toward dirty cherry picking. Overcharged place and pay orders. A significant number of place and pay orders exceed the anticipated spending amount. I got hit with this one, and as far as I know, I'm the only driver, especially in my region, I haven't heard another driver be hit with this. But it only took one order for me, folks. One order. It didn't say small or large. I went large because it was dinner and everything else on the list was large. So I went large with that one. If it does not refer to the size of the item, make your default small. Order small. If it doesn't say small or large, make it small by default, and you will be safe. Guys, this knowing that knowledge, this isn't that unreasonable. When you know for a fact that this is geared toward dirty cherry picking. They can't stop cherry picking, but buddy, they can put it in the algorithm to get rid of the ones that they really don't like. And this is how they're doing it. So they're cutting out the expense of having so many people have to investigate, because each driver is a single fish in the ocean. That's a lot of money. I'd imagine investigators at GRUBHUB get paid about $150,000 a year minimum. I would imagine, because you almost have to be a website engineer to do that. And so they're trying to cut back that cost, that expense, making it part of the algorithm like so many other things. I hope and I pray that Premier drivers don't have anything to worry about. If you're a Premier driver, I want to say, just do your best. Let's say you did get 3 violations, then it will be investigated. And if you're found innocent, you'll get the thumbs up and the green light, and you'll be back on. And this is more lenient than DoorDash. DoorDash gives you one one violation, and you got to do 100 deliveries to roll that off. You know, they give you 90 days per violation from the date of the violation. So, if anybody in Chicago is listening to this video, I hope and pray that you're still watching over the good Premier drivers, and this is not going to fall in a Premier driver's lap so much, because, damn, that'll destroy being a Premier driver. I mean, it really will. I mean, the few Premier drivers I know are kind of concerned about this. But I want to alleviate that stress and put it out there that I am 99% certain this is geared toward dirty cherry picking. And with that said, y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.